Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine so far.
So far, so good. Are you on your first or second cup of coffee?
My second.
Oh, we're doing
Uh,
good then. It
and
usually takes them 2 or 3 cups to get started in the morning.
and I've been criticized about drinking coffee, and I says, look, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I says I drink coffee. So
No, did you?
I have to have some type of vice.
Yeah, but did you hear that coffee drinkers? It's good for your heart. They just did studies,
I don't know.
and they say that if you drink coffee, it's actually good for you.
I don't know. It depends who you talk to, just like anything. But anyways,
true.
I enjoy my coffee. I do. I can drink coffee all day long, and I can still go to bed at night. No issues or anything like that.
So, welcome to Coffee Moments with Mike and Jay Glenda. We're happy that you're here and have your favorite beverage. I drink 1 cup of coffee. Usually in the morning, if it's a small cup, I might have 2. But usually I just drink 1 cup of coffee, and that gets me going for the day. So, anyways, the funny thing is that when I'm a very slow eater. Mike is a very fast eater. And so when we go out to eat, we order our dinner, and then I'm still eating, he's already done. So to slow him down when the waitress comes, because he's sitting there.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? He's ready to leave, and I just literally started eating. So when the waitress comes by, to slow him down, because I know he likes coffee, I always say he'll have a cup of coffee, because she brings it hot, and by the time he puts his creamer, because he likes it with cream, by the time he puts his creamer in, he has to wait for the coffee to cool off so he can drink it. It slows him down so that I have time to eat. So that's why I always order you a cup of coffee. So by the
When
time
I do drink coffee, I don't want no funny taste, anything like that. It's just got plain coffee.
He doesn't like French vanilla cream. I'm the opposite. I like all the flavored creams.
Yeah, I don't like anything in the coffee. I just like it. Everybody has a certain way, and you just see everybody when you go into like a 7-Eleven or other convenience store, and you see it's like a scientific approach as everybody's making their coffee. They just want coffee is sacred there, and
Well,
they know how to make it.
They have all kind of fancy concoctions, especially at that different coffee shops. I mean, you go and you look at there's a coffee menu. It's bigger than like a restaurant menu. All the different ways that you can get your coffee. You can get iced coffee, hot coffee, lattes, all kind of stuff, espressos. They have a million different ways that you can have your coffee. So how do you guys like your coffee? Post it in the comments there. But anyhow, do you remember our jingle that I made the other day?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. But a count of 3, we're going to see if you can remember our jingle. Ready? Hold your cup up. Let's try to remember our jingle. 1, 2, 3. Sip, sip, smile a lot. Coffee moments hit the spot. I hope you like that jingle that I made up. I thought it was an easy one to remember, of course.
Of course, she came up with that. It wasn't like I was pondering a
Like, it'd be
jingle.
fun to have a jingle for our little coffee moments segment here. So, anyways, we hope that you like that. So, I wanted to talk about retirement. It's new to
Right.
both of us.
Yeah, I worked in the place I retired from was 44 years, and
That's a long time.
I've seen a lot of people retire, and I always thought it's a good moment to see them retire, because they earned that in their life, and different ones how they handled it. I remember a guy saying years and years ago he was going to take his money out of his retirement, and he was going to Las Vegas, and it lasted him an hour,
Oh,
lasted him
my
a couple of days.
Lord.
He was just going to go spend it, and that's
Wow.
whatever he was going to do. And then others had plans of traveling and all that. And everybody's different. Everybody has different hobbies. I've heard some people as far as did not have any hobby, and they, but like it says, it's to each its own, and you just want to reward yourself of just, hey, you earned that to retire and enjoy life. I could tell you what you should do, but people some retire and they exclusively retire. Like me, I'm not going to
I think a lot
exclusively
of people
retire.
nowadays still have a part-time job when they
I
retire.
have a job on the side that I've had, I've had for 18 years, and I cut lawns, and
He really enjoys it.
I'll still do that, and now I am eyeing up. There's a lot of golf courses around the house that I want to do that this year, and kind of force myself, because I've when you work all your life, sometimes it's hard to do is on your hobby side to try
what to do. Like, you have all this free time now, and you like look your whole life forward to it, and then when it happens, you're like, well, now what do I do?
Well, it's like I never was one on the hobby side, so then I've worked all, like you said.
But you enjoy golf.
Yeah, I'll go golfing, and I don't mind. I'll go up to the golf course. Hey, it's just me. There's a one somewhere that, or they'll put me with a group of people.
I don't golf. So
yeah, and it's fine. I'm easy to get along with. Hey, look, I'm not the greatest golfer, so I'll get my money's worth out of this round. So
he's pretty good, but he doesn't think so. But he's a pretty good golfer. You being a caddy all those years, I'm sure it helped you improve your game.
Yeah. So Glenda retared, so and then now she kind of she had the injury, as we talked about before, with her rotator cuff. And so she's going through some rehab, and
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it works out and how it all goes. But right now, I've got a long road ahead of me with the rehab and stuff. I had a pretty extensive shoulder injury that I'm recovering from. And
she's dealing with her low-end nurse having to take care of her low-end meaning me. And
he tells me you get what you pay for, which means don't ask for much, because I get what I pay for. And he keeps asking to be fired, but I'm not going to fire you because you're irreplaceable, honey. You're irreplaceable.
I says, go ahead, you can fire me. I'm good.
He doesn't care. He wants me to fire him. You're going to be so lucky that I will fire you.
Yeah.
No, but you're doing so much better this time. Like I said in the last video that I think I posted, he's doing 100% better this time with helping out. I'm turning him into a pretty good nurse. So I really appreciate the help, like I said before. So some of the hobbies that I like to do is I love to do machine embroidery, and I really miss it. I haven't since I was working and things like that, and had so much going on in our lives, just trying to keep everything afloat. I just didn't really have as much time to do it like I'd like to. So I'm excited that I can get back to doing machine embroidery. It's one of the hobbies that I enjoy. And then another thing that I just started to do, my girlfriend was doing that diamond art, and I actually got a Disney castle, and I started doing the diamond art on it. I didn't realize how much labor intensive it was. So I just bought this one that's like an 8x12, and my idea was I was going to frame it when I got it done and hang it up, but not realizing every tiny little dot with that diamond art has to be hand set. And it is going to take me forever to finish it. So if you want to start diamond art, I would suggest to do it like with a bookmarker or something like that, because those ones you can sit in an hour or two and get it done, and you can have a project. Mine's probably going to take me a couple of months to finish. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. It is really pretty. Like, I have the top corner of it done already, and it's turning out really nice. But it is beautiful. But I did not realize how labor intensive that it was. So I'm starting to do diamond art, and I love to write, as I mentioned before. Mike and I are working on a cookbook together, and so I'll be doing that when you're out doing your lawns, to give me something that I can do. And I'm right-handed. Thank heavens that I can still type with my right hand, because this is really slowing me up here. But anyhow, so those are the things. I think that if you have a hobby as you get into retirement, it helps with the transition. And it's okay to have a day that you don't really have much on the calendar. Like, it's okay to have a down day that there's really not much there, and you can just, maybe catch up on a favorite show that you haven't been able to watch for a while, or write a letter to a friend. I mean, I have an Amish girlfriend, and she sends me cards and letters. She still does that. She knows how to text too, so she'll text me too, but every so often she'll just write me, and she's beautiful handwriting, and I keep every single card and letter that she writes me, because it's just a lost art. And they're not even teaching. Oh, I heard that they're going to make them teach cursive again in school. I don't know how they could ever say that the kids didn't need to learn cursive. I mean, how do they do a signature? A signature has to be cursive, I thought.
I don't know.
But I'm glad they're bringing cursive back to the schools, because I think it is definitely a dying art. And his mother had beautiful handwriting. The cookbook that we're doing, that she had started, and she had made some changes to it and was working. It was a work in progress, and I could see her handwriting. It was just absolutely beautiful handwriting. My girlfriend Nancy, when she writes me a card too, I always like to keep her cards, and my girlfriend Terry, their handwriting is so beautiful. There's really an art to it. You know what? I wrote my signature somewhere. I don't even know where I was, and they asked me to sign something, so I signed my name, not even thinking. I just scratched it out and signed my name. And they go, that looks like a Disney font. And I'm like, they didn't even know I was a Disney fan. They're like, oh, I guess my, I don't know why, but I was somewhere, and they're like, can you sign this? And I signed it, and it goes like, oh my gosh, it looks like a Disney font. I'm like, that's pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
But so I guess my signature, I wasn't doing anything. It was just how it was. I guess my signature kind of reminds people of Disney font. So I think that was kind of funny. But anyhow, so if you're heading into retirement, I would just say, take the time and it's okay to have a day where you don't have anything planned. Call a girlfriend and have a cup of coffee. Join us in the morning for a cup of coffee, or in the afternoon whenever you're ready to have your drink for the day. And anyways, I guess that's what we have to say for today.
Well, this is a coffee moment also. So just talking about coffee, I remember my mom and dad used to do is they had a coffee that was an instant. You put the hot
Oh, I
water
forgot.
in,
My mom and dad did that too.
And oh my God, I was never a big fan of that. And I was like, oh, how could you drink that?
Yeah.
And then you get into the different types of coffee, different brands of coffee, and then you do find a certain coffee
That you like.
that you like. And like I said, I don't like the funny tasting coffee, but I will try other coffee. Like we went to Hawaii and tried
the Kona coffee.
Kona
And we
coffee.
actually both liked it.
Yeah, we went to a shop and they gave us like 3 little
Samples.
and it was pretty good. So.
Right. So another thing I have to say, now that you're saying that, is that my mom and dad, and I think we need to start to bring this back in culture today, that my mom and dad always kept one of those Entenmann's cakes. You can buy them in the freezer section, or just like a little coffee cake. And they last for months. She would always buy them when they were on sale, and she'd buy them and just leave them in our freezer. And on Sunday afternoons, people used to go and visit each other, families or friends, and they would just pop in, And anyways, and my mom would always put a pot of coffee on what was it called? Mr. Coffee Maker or something. Nowadays, everybody has Keurigs, but she had a Mr. Coffee Maker, and she'd make a pot of coffee, and she'd go down in the freezer and grab one of those little cakes out. And by the time the coffee was done brewing, the cake would be defrosted, and she'd cut it up, and everybody would have a slice of cake and a cup of coffee, and they would just sit around the table and talk. And I remember that was so relevant to me growing up, that those were like the best times that I remember, as having family and friends into your home and just having a cup of coffee and a pastry or a little piece of cake or something like that, and sharing conversation. And I think that's one of the reasons I was excited when we were retired and we decided, we had friends ask us to do this coffee moments. It was one of the reasons I was excited to do it, because I have those great feel-good moments of hanging around the coffee table and watching my parents have coffee with our relatives and our family and friends. And it was just, life is short, and these little tiny moments, I hope they bring you a little bit of pleasure and joy into your day, and I hope that you have a great one. So until tomorrow, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And as Michael told me I'm supposed to say, smash that like button. So as Michael says, smash the like button. I guess that's a cool way to say it. Thanks for being here, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.